time of year again. The Seattle International Auto Show opens today.
It's always a fun one to get down to, and our own John Hopperstead is live at Lumen Field at the event center with a look at what we can expect. And I always love covering these events, John. It's always something good to find down there.
There really is. You know, I'm in the market right now for a smaller SUV, so I found something I really like here. It's the Hyundai Kona, and I don't know if you go for the color here, but it's a great vehicle. This is one of these smaller SUVs, very popular this year, and of course a lot of vehicles are popular, especially when you come to the International Auto Show here at Lumen Center. You've got your Toyota, your Hondas, but in every display here, you're going to find at least a couple of electric vehicles, because electric vehicles is where it is at now in the automotive industry. And we're walking right up here to one of the vehicles that they're showcasing here. It's not even going to be on sale, I don't think, for another 6 months. But Tom Volk joining us right now, a car expert, automotive journalism. And you test ride about 100 vehicles a year, is that right?
Yeah.
So you know what you're talking about here.
I hope so.
Tell us about, well, first of all, tell us about this Honda here, because this is a special vehicle, right?
Yeah, we're very lucky to have the 2025 Honda Prologue. This is the first EV that Honda will have in the United States. And it should have a range of around 300 miles.
Wow.
You won't be able to see this at a Honda dealership for at least 6 months. So if you want to see it and see what it's all about, you really need to come down to the show.
Well, we're mentioning how all of these different makes of cars are introducing electronic vehicles. Right?
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, for one thing, it's federally mandated. I mean, eventually our cars need to become cleaner. But there's a lot of advantages to electric vehicles. They're powerful, they're quiet. It's what people want in a car. Plus, you don't ever have to go to a gas station. If you charge at home, you wake up every morning and you have a full tank of gasoline.
And you're saying, like, you could just be charging out of an outlet in your garage, which plug in.
Which I do. Yeah, in fact, I don't even use what they call level 2 charging, which is 240 volts, the kind that your dryer or your stove uses. I charge my cars on regular 120 current, and I get enough range.
And you were telling me there's a big advantage to owning an electric vehicle in our state, right?
Right. Well, gasoline, very expensive in our state. Electricity, extremely inexpensive. In fact, we are second only to California in our adoption to electric vehicles. 18% of all the vehicles sold in Washington state are now electric vehicles, and that's only growing. And they're also becoming less expensive.
Which is we like to hear.
Yes.
What's the other thing I was going to ask you about is, you know, affordability. We always hear about how car prices are just going up and up and up. But there are also cars out here on display as we speak that are more affordable, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's actually a couple electric vehicles that are affordable, and you can drive them at Electric Highway. But there are also traditional gas-powered cars and hybrids that are easily available for under $30,000. And these are not penalty boxes. These are people, you know, these are vehicles that people will want to drive. There's the Honda HR-V over there. It's an all-wheel drive vehicle, and it's less than $30,000. There are Chevys and Buicks and Fords and Toyotas that are all under that. And they're decent vehicles.
They're great vehicles.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, thanks for being with us. We'll talk to you in a little bit as well. Of course, a lot of people like to come down here and shop, try to look for their new vehicle like me, or you can bring other folks like my dad who just likes to walk around and look at all the new vehicles with no plans to buy any whatsoever. But you heard this year they're having that track here for these electric vehicles, so you could take them for test rides here inside the facility. Some of the gas-powered vehicles you can take for test rides outside, but you can actually drive those electric vehicles around in here. Check them out as well. But we're going to have more coming up in our next hour. For now, guys, we'll send it back to you.